In 1 Chronicles chapter 3, the genealogy moves directly to King David and the royal family of Judah. After tracing the tribe of Judah and the family line leading to David in the previous chapter, the focus now shifts to David's sons, the kings who followed him, and the descendants who carried the royal line through triumph, failure, exile, and beyond. The chapter begins by listing the sons born to David during his years in Hebron, before he ruled over all Israel. His firstborn was Amnon, whose mother was Ahinoam of Jezreel. Next came Daniel, also called Chileab, born to Abigail of Carmel. The third was Absalom, the son of Maacah, daughter of the king of Geshur. Then came Adonijah, son of Haggith, followed by Shephatiah and Ithream. These 6 sons were born while David ruled in Hebron for 7.5 years. During this period, David's kingdom was growing, but many future challenges were also taking shape within his own family. The chapter then moves to Jerusalem, where David reigned over all Israel. There additional sons were born to him, including Shimea, Shobab, Nathan, and Solomon, whose mother was Bathsheba, the daughter of Ammiel. Several other sons are also listed, showing how large David's household became during his reign. While many of David's sons are mentioned, the genealogy pays special attention to Solomon because through him the royal line continues. Solomon succeeds David as king and becomes known for his wisdom, wealth, and the construction of the temple in Jerusalem. From Solomon, the genealogy follows the kings of Judah generation by generation. We see the names of rulers such as Rehoboam, Abijah, Asa, Jehoshaphat, Joram, Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, Hezekiah, Manasseh, Amon, and Josiah. These names represent centuries of Judah's history. Some of these kings faithfully followed the Lord, while others led the nation into idolatry and rebellion. Yet despite their failures, the royal line continued because of God's covenant with David. The genealogy then reaches a major turning point with the fall of Jerusalem and the exile to Babylon. The descendants of Jehoiakim, Jehoiakin, and Zedekiah are listed, reminding readers of the tragic events that brought Judah's kingdom to an end. Yet the genealogy does not stop at the exile. Instead, it continues through the descendants of Jehoiakim, showing that David's family line survived even after the destruction of Jerusalem. Names such as Shealtiel, Pedaiah, and Zerubbabel appear. Zerubbabel would later play a key role in the return from exile and the rebuilding of Jerusalem. The chapter continues listing later generations, demonstrating that God's promises remained alive even during difficult times. Though the throne of David no longer stood in Jerusalem, the family line endured. The key message of this chapter is that God's covenant faithfulness outlasts human failure. Kings rose and fell, kingdoms were lost, and people were carried into exile. But God preserved the line of David exactly as he had promised. What began with David in Jerusalem continued through every generation, even when circumstances seemed hopeless. This genealogy reminds God's people that God keeps his promises across centuries. Next comes 1 Chronicles chapter 4, where the focus returns to the wider families of Judah, including the prayer of Jabez and the growth of various clans throughout the land.